Welcome, friends, to a thrilling journey through time. Today, we'll discover the stories of powerful and influential women known as she-wolves. What makes these women so remarkable? How did they leave their mark on history? Get ready for an educational and entertaining experience as we explore their lives, their achievements, and the lessons they can teach us. Are you ready to dive into a world of intrigue, passion, and power? Let's begin. Eleanor of Aquitaine, the queen with two thrones. Eleanor of Aquitaine was a queen like no other. She was a woman who shattered glass ceilings, wearing not one but two crowns in her lifetime. Her journey began as the Duchess of Aquitaine, a position she inherited, making her one of Europe's wealthiest and most powerful women. Imagine being at the epicenter of 12th century European politics, marrying not just one but two kings, Louis VII of France and Henry II of England. Eleanor was the adhesive that held the Angevin Empire together, extending from the Pyrenees to the borders of Scotland. What a woman. But Eleanor's story is more than just a tale of political alliances. She was a patron of the arts and a mother who fiercely supported her sons in their rebellions against their father, Henry II. How many mothers can say they've led armies in support of their children? Eleanor's influence over her sons continued even after Henry's death, guiding her sons Richard the Lionheart and John during their respective reigns. Eleanor's life is like a rich tapestry woven with threads of politics, art, and maternal devotion. Her story teaches us that we can defy expectations and forge our own paths, no matter the obstacles we face. Isabella of France, the vengeful she-wolf. Picture a queen betrayed by her own husband, a woman pushed to the brink, forced to take matters into her own hands. This was the reality for Isabella of France, married to the ill-fated King Edward II of England. Their union was far from blissful, filled with scandal and mistrust. Edward's preference for his favorites over his wife and kingdom led to unrest and rebellion. Isabella, a woman scorned, became a force to be reckoned with. She formed alliances with powerful English barons who opposed her husband's rule. Her invasion of England, alongside her lover Roger Mortimer, was as swift and unexpected as a summer storm. Together, they deposed Edward II and placed her young son, Edward III, on the throne. For a time, Isabella and Mortimer ruled England as regents, wielding power from behind the throne. But the story doesn't end there. Edward III, coming of age, would eventually overthrow Mortimer and exile his own mother. In the tale of Isabella, we witness the rise and fall of a vengeful queen. Her story is a testament to the power of determination and a warning of the dangers that can come with unchecked ambition. Margaret of Anjou, the warrior queen. Imagine being a queen, married to a man incapable of ruling and forced to defend your family's claim to the throne. This was the plight of Margaret of Anjou, wife of the weak and mentally unstable King Henry VI of England. Margaret found herself at the heart of the Wars of the Roses, a deadly struggle between the rival houses of Lancaster and York. Like a lioness protecting her cub, Margaret fiercely defended her husband's rights and her son's inheritance. She raised armies, forged alliances, and led her forces into battle. Margaret's determination was so intense that her enemies dubbed her the She-Wolf of France. Despite her best efforts, Margaret's life was marred by tragedy. She watched her husband's throne slip away, and her only son died on the battlefield. Ultimately, she was captured and imprisoned, her dreams of a Lancaster restoration shattered. Margaret's story is one of loyalty and courage, a testament to a mother's love and a wife's devotion. Her life reminds us that even in the face of overwhelming adversity, we can find the strength to fight for what we believe in. Margaret Beaufort, the mother of a dynasty. When we think of the Tudor dynasty, we often think of kings like Henry VIII or queens like Elizabeth I, but there is a lesser-known figure whose tireless efforts laid the foundation for this powerful dynasty, Margaret Beaufort. Margaret's life was full of challenges. Married and widowed at an early age, she gave birth to her only son, Henry Tudor, when she was just 13. As the Wars of the Roses raged around her, Margaret worked tirelessly to advance her son's claim to the English throne. Like a mighty oak tree, Margaret's influence at court remained steadfast and enduring. She was the mastermind behind the scenes, orchestrating alliances and plotting her son's triumphant return from exile. In 1485, her efforts bore fruit when Henry defeated Richard III at the Battle of Bosworth Field and became King Henry VII, the first monarch of the Tudor dynasty. Margaret's legacy lived on as she played an active role in her grandson Henry VIII's reign, further securing the Tudor dynasty. Her life is a testament to the power of a mother's love and the strength of determination in the face of adversity. Empress Matilda, the unyielding Iron Lady. Empress Matilda's story is one of perseverance and unyielding determination. As the daughter of King Henry V of England, she faced an uphill battle to secure her rightful place as England's ruler. When her father passed away, the throne was usurped by her cousin, Stephen of Blois, plunging the kingdom into a period of chaos known as the Anarchy. Matilda refused to accept this injustice. Like an unbreakable iron wall, she never yielded to her enemies, even as they sought to undermine her at every turn. She garnered support from powerful allies and led her forces into battle against Stephen, coming tantalizingly close to claiming the throne. Although Matilda never ruled as queen in her own right, her struggle paved the way for her son, Henry II, to establish the Angevin dynasty. Her life reminds us of the power of persistence and the importance of fighting for our rightful place in the world. Elizabeth Woodville, the enchanting commoner queen. Elizabeth Woodville's story is a fascinating exception in a world where royal bloodlines ruled supreme. This captivating commoner captured the heart of King Edward IV, and together they defied convention by marrying for love. Elizabeth's allure was as captivating and mysterious as a moonlit night. As the wife of a Yorkist king during the Wars of the Roses, she played a pivotal role in the power struggles of the era. Her family's rise to prominence earned her many enemies, but she never wavered in her loyalty to her husband and the House of York. After Edward's death, Elizabeth fought to protect her children and secure their legacy, even as her world crumbled around her. Her story teaches us that sometimes love and determination can triumph over seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Catherine de' Medici, the dark puppet master. Catherine de' Medici's life is a tale of political intrigue set against the backdrop of the tumultuous French wars of religion. As Queen Mother, she ruled from behind the scenes, pulling the strings of power in the shadows. Catherine's influence was vast, and her hand in events like the St. Bartholomew's Day massacre earned her a dark reputation. But behind the shadows, Catherine was a woman who fought to maintain the stability of France and her family's power. Her life demonstrates the complexities of power and the lengths to which one might go to protect their interests. Catherine's story serves as a cautionary tale about the perils of navigating the murky waters of politics and religion. Boudica, the indomitable Celtic warrior. Boudica's life is the stuff of legend. This indomitable Celtic queen led a fierce revolt against the Roman Empire in defense of her people and her honor. When her husband died and her kingdom was unjustly annexed by the Romans, Boudica decided enough was enough. Her courage was as unyielding and unstoppable as a raging river. She united British tribes and led them in a rebellion that shook the Roman Empire to its core. Although her revolt was ultimately unsuccessful, Boudica's fierce resistance and unwavering spirit have echoed through the ages. Boudica's story teaches us the importance of standing up against oppression and defending our rights, even when the odds are stacked against us.